Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Gargi, j'ai 13 ans et en français tuteur. Hello everyone, my name is Gargi, I'm 13 years old and your French tutor. And I welcome you guys again to my YouTube channel where I teach you French for free. Today's topic is going to be super fun, and I'm really excited to teach you guys this topic because this is something that I have never taught. Like today we're going to be talking about Passé Composé. Passé Composé is basically a part of tenses, so I'm really excited. So let's get started. So let's get started. Before starting off with the very main part, let's first know what is Passé Composé. Passé Composé in a very basic language refers to past tense. We know that English grammar consists of three main tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. Similarly, in French also we have three major tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. We already have learned about present tense, and what we are left with is past tense and future tense. We are going to be coming upon future tense very soon, but let's first get started with past tense. So Passé Composé mainly consists of two parts. The two parts are avoir and être. So today we're going to be learning about avoir form, and we're going to be starting off with être some or the other day. So let's first get started with avoir verb. So avoir basically means to have. So when you use it in past tense, it's going to be like I had played carom or something like that. So this is mainly used when you have to use had or have in past tense. So when you add je and avoir verb, it gets started off with, it changes to j'ai. When you add to with avoir, it changes to a. When you add avoir with il, elle, or on, it changes to il, elle, or on, a. When you change it with nous, it changes to nous avons. When you add it with vous, it changes to vous avez. When you add it to ils or elles, it is totally different. It changes to on. So this is a very important base for your Passé Composé. Just like you can, without using had or have, you cannot usually speak in past tense form. In a similar manner, without having had or have in French also, that is quite impossible to speak it in Passé Composé. So before starting off with the main part, I'll be giving you an example in English so that you can learn it perfectly. The example can be, I had eaten chocolate. So this sentence contains a lot of things. The first can be subject, right? The subject is I, because I am the main person who had performed an action. So I have a subject. Then had or have is there. Past tense, past participle form, or you can say past tense form of the main verb, which was eat. The eaten was changed to eaten. Then the object, which was the chocolate. So this contains subject, had or have, past. You'll be surprised to know that in French you do the exact same thing. Like you have the exact same thing in French. So if you're an English speaker just like me, it'll be really easy for you to understand Passé Composé. Trust me off. So it also has subject, avoir verb. Now you'll be thinking, Gargi, you just said that had or have is used. Yes, I said that. And that is why I'm telling you guys that avoir verb, as I just told, that avoir verb means to have. So it can be used as had in past tense. So had or have is used here. Then past form of the verb and the object. Isn't it almost the same? Like this is just amazing, right? I'm going to translate the same example of English in French so that you can understand it very easily. J'ai mangé la chocolat. So je with avoir changed to j'ai. Then manger. Manger also changed in past form. If you know that its original form is manger, but R was removed. And then the object, j'ai mangé la chocolat. Now when, as I told, that ER was removed and E was added. Why so? Because when a verb is with ER form, ER is removed from that verb and E is added again. For example, let's take this example as il a travaillé. That means he worked. He worked. So, if you talk about il a travaillé, this sentence has this verb known as travailler, that means to work. But where did the ER go? But E was added again because this was a ER ending verb where ER is removed and E is added. So whenever you check a ER verb, always remove the ER and then add E again. Basically just remove the R from that verb. Then when a verb is ending with IR should be removed and I should be added. Basically, again, R should be removed and I should examination. That means she finished her examination. So, fini basically means from the original form of fini is fini. But again, R was removed. Like, of course, there can be exceptions also, but I'm gonna be telling you about them in the very next session because I don't want you guys to get confused, okay? Okay, so where we were? Yeah. IR verbs. So like an ER verb, similarly in IR verbs, just remove R and it's going to be all the same. With the verbs ending with RE, you need to remove RE and add U. You need to add U. So in basic language, just remove RE and add U. For example, il a vendu du poulet. That means he sold chicken. So in vendu, if you notice that the original form of vendu is vendre, but RE was removed and U was added. Now we have 3 practice questions so that you can practice them well. Let's talk about them. Like first one is he played football. You have to translate this in French. So the played, here's a hint, play, jouer means to play. Okay, so this is going to be il as he is the subject, then a because when avoir is with il, elle or on, it always changes to a. Il a joué. So now it is ending with correct er. So we are going to change it by saying jouer and il a joué la football. So I don't have space to write that, but you can write it in your notebooks. La football. So il a joué. So R was removed and it stayed till E. The next question. She went down the staircase. So went down means descendre. So here's another hint. So elle, because il, elle or on when added with avoir changes to a. Elle a descendu, right? Because it is ending with re, so you will be there. So descendu la staircase. Then the last, he passed his test. So passed means réussi means to pass or succeed. So il a réussi son test. So in the similar manner, it ended with IR, so R was removed and it stayed till I. Wasn't it easy? Like, this was super easy, to be honest. Like, what do you have to do? You don't have to do anything with the subject. Just conjugate it with the avoir verb. Then change the verb accordingly. Like, if it's ending with ER, just remove R. If it's ending with IR, just remove the I. And if it's ending with RE, just remove RE and add U. It's super easy, right? Now moving on. If you have to use it in a sentence which needs to be negative, like negation, how it is added? We know that in normal present tense we add ne pas, like ne pas is added, right? It's almost the same. Like if I say je ne sais pas. Je ne sais pas. I don't know. So here what was there? Subject with ne, and here the verb and then pas. It's pretty different in this case. Even if the verb is there, the main verb is there, you don't actually take pas after the verb, but you already take that before the verb. So this mostly happens in the case of être verbs, but when talking about avoir verbs in negative form, ne pas always come together. They are never separated by by any kind of verb. So this is, if I say je n'ai pas réussi la test, that means I did not pass the test. So je n'ai pas réussi la test. So you will be thinking, why not ne and ne was there? Because whenever ne comes in contact with a vowel, it always removes the e and comes with an apostrophe. So je n'ai pas réussi la test. So over here, ne, e is removed when vowel is there from another verb. Okay, so it will always be the same. Like tu n'es pas réussi la test, it's also the same. Like you did not pass the test. So tu n'es pas réussi la test. So over here, just ne pas is added between the subject and the verb. So it was same, just like tu n'es pas réussi la test. Just in between the subject, just add ne pas and continue your sentence. Okay. Now moving on to our very last topic, which is interrogation and inversion. I know you will be taking a breath of ecstasy, but it's not difficult, of course. But this video is pretty long, but I hope you've learned it. So coming on to interrogation and inversion. The main question people ask is, what is the difference between interrogation and inversion? The main question is nothing, but interrogation basically means to ask a question, and inversion means that some kind of inversion takes place in between the sentences. So, for example, question in interrogation would be, Elle a acheté la glace. That means she bought ice cream. So you just have to add est-ce que elle a acheté la glace. Just add est in the question and it will convert in a question. And of course, at the end, you have to also mark a question mark. Then we're talking about inversion. You just have to, like, elle a, the main. So you just have to invert it. A will come first and then L will come on the second. So a-t-elle acheté la glace. This T, this extra T comes in only the case of L or il. L or il. But in other, like je, tu, nous or vous, it's the same. Like if I say vous avez, so vous avez obviously changes to avez-vous. It changes to avez-vous. Also in nous avons obviously comes at first, but here in inversion, avons nous vous la film. That means it was inverse. The avoir verb interchanged with the subject. So that was all for today's video. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please make sure to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll meet you guys soon. Till then, see you. Bye-bye.